Today, I want to show you how to prepare leeks, and we're going to transform sauteed leeks into a beautiful creamy soup. Let's get started by first trimming either ends of the leek. So using your knife, you're just going to slightly trim just a small little piece on either end. And now sometimes the leek has a really dark green part. This one's already been trimmed, so I only need to trim off a little bit because this is the whole entire white part of the leek is very tender, but the really dark green parts on the top, they're very tough, and it's very hard to cook down. So just make sure you trim off the dark green. Now leeks are quite dirty inside, so we want to make sure we get all the grit out. Easiest way to do this, I find, is to slice the leek in half first, so you have a more manageable piece. And then from there, we're going to cut it lengthwise. Then you can run the leek under water and separate each of the little layers so you can get rid of all the dirt. Let's go ahead and wash them. Once your leeks are washed, we're going to take them and we're going to slice them nice and fine. So I'm going to put the flat side down the chopping board so it doesn't move, and then we're going to slice it nice and fine. Now after you sliced all the leeks, we're gonna saute them. So in a hot pan, we're gonna put it onto medium-high heat, and we're gonna add a little bit of oil just to kind of coat the bottom of the pan. Into the hot pan, we're gonna add in the sliced leeks. Now leeks have a lot of water in them, so we want to draw it out by adding some salt, and this pulls out the moisture within the leeks and also flavors them. You can also go ahead and add some black pepper if you wish. This is a slow process, so don't rush it. It will take approximately 15 minutes to get it nice and caramelized as well as wilted down. Now it's been about 7 to 8 minutes now, and it's wilted down significantly. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my thyme as well as some minced garlic. You don't wanna add the garlic too early on as it will burn and be very bitter. So we're gonna add it in now and continue to cook it on low heat. Now the leeks are completely cooked down, they're nice and caramelized, they're kind of sweet, and they're really tasty. So we're gonna set this aside, let it cool slightly before we blend it into our soup. Okay, time to make the soup. Now what we're gonna need is some kind of roasted vegetable or steamed vegetables. So I don't know about you, but you probably have at least one family member who just really doesn't like to eat vegetables, but they don't mind drinking, say, soup. So I have roasted some Romanesco broccoli, or you can also use cauliflower, and all I did was I just sliced it into smaller pieces, and now we're gonna puree that with our sauteed leeks. So what we need to do is, in our blender, we're gonna add in the sauteed leeks. I'm gonna take out the thyme, and then I'm gonna pour all of this cooked leeks into my blender. From there, we're gonna add in our cooked vegetables. So I have some roasted Romanesco. Again, you can use just cooked cauliflower, steamed broccoli, even sauteed zucchini, whatever it may be. So I'm gonna add that in, whatever you can fit. And then as the liquid, I just have some homemade chicken broth here. Feel free, if you don't have any chicken broth or vegetable broth on hand, just use water. Just to kind of cover it. And then we're gonna go ahead and blend. Now, in order to make it slightly creamier or for more decadent, in the blender, after you added the leeks as well as your cooked vegetables, you can go ahead and add about 1/4 to 1/3 cup of cashews. It can be roasted or raw. You may need to add a little bit more broth to thin it out. And then give it a blend. Now you'll see it's actually a really nice creamy white color now. Look at that. This version just gives you a little bit more velvety texture. So perfect, again, for a more decadent, creamy soup that is still dairy-free. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and until next time, relish every bite.